Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. Put your lock it, show, lock it in, yeah. Put your lock it, show. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation of your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn?
Hey,
Are you
hey.
ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. Put your lock it, show, lock it in, lock it in, yeah. Put your lock it, show, lock it in, rock it in. It's the Joe Lock It Show.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Joe Lockins. 10 minutes of the night, guys, locked into your favorite evening ride. It is Friday. How you guys doing, man? We're streaming live on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And if you're fan of this most beautiful woman that I know, you can get up the Joe Lockins Show platform and go to Be Real Ebony Steel. Go to Be Real Ebony Steel. It's EBONYSTEELE. The Real Ebony Steel. She's in the building. She's here today. How y'all doing? Y'all better recognize. She's in the building. What's up, baby?
Hi, you were so hyped. I just didn't know if I could match your energy. Hey, Joe Lockett, how you doing, my
I'm
friend?
doing good, baby. How you doing today?
I am great. If you guys want to follow me, I guess on last week I was on Instagram Live, right? I'm on Facebook Live now, so you can go to Ebony Steel. Okay, my government is in there. Ebony Arrington Steel. Go there. Ebony Arrington Steel.
And if you guys want to watch the whole show, you can go to Joe Lockett Show on Facebook or YouTube, and it's live, and you can see the beautiful Ebony she got on this red, and them yams are yamming, y'all. Let me just say that.
Why would you say that?
Because you look beautiful.
It's not true.
You know, people been asking, did you see what I did today on my profile picture?
No, what'd you do?
You didn't see it?
I did not. I don't. I mean,
you're not on social media a lot.
What'd you do? Your tell me.
So Ebony, the pictures that we took, that we did the promo for
last week.
Yeah, well, we were just kind of like, together.
Yeah.
Well, my profile picture today turned into you looking at me and me looking at you.
Oh, we were looking at each other.
Yeah, but it's my profile picture on Facebook.
It's really nice.
And it says Joe and Ebony 2023.
That means we broke up. It's like
no. It means that we started our relationship last year, and now we're together.
Because last week was 2023. This week, you know what, boy?
So people have been in my inbox, right, asking me, what's going on with you and Ebony? I'm gonna show you something so we get out there, right? There's some people that say, y'all, is that your friend? Is that your friend, or she's just a co-host? And I say, y'all watch the show today. How y'all doing? Y'all, Ebony's in the building.
But you know what's interesting about like confession, and I said this to a friend of mine. If I were to be in a relationship, I wanted to start out something like what we started out like.
Really?
Well, we're from the same hometown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've never met you before.
True.
And it's like, dang, Joe Lockett get by me, or vice versa.
But something we ran into.
I wasn't finished.
Oh.
And I was about to give you a list of how many. That's why we couldn't be together. We're going to be friends. See how you interrupted me?
But listen, hold on. Watch my recovery.
And you
watch my recovery. I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby.
I'm not sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm very.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to meet the next person that in my life, like I met you, on a whim, friendship from the same hometown. We didn't know we know a lot of the same people. We have kind of the same interests. We, both are media people, so we would have something to talk about at home.
Right.
That kind of thing. But what are we talking about today? Go ahead and say what you were going to say, because you had something to say too.
Baby, it wasn't important. After you said what you said, I have nothing else to say.
Okay.
You look beautiful in the radio.
Thank you.
That red is slimy.
And ladies, just so you know, I've read this before. I'm really into statistics.
Right.
They say that the best color for a female to wear on a first date is red.
Are we doing our first date tonight?
Why do you keep going deep in your voice? It's not going to change nothing about how I feel about you today.
But I already know how you feel about
me. But anyway, so ladies, think about it. Red.
Yeah.
I guess red just kind of makes you look a little more vibrant than you actually are. Because it's really just a red t-shirt.
Right.
Just a t-shirt dress. Hey, everybody. Hey, Nicole Alexander. That's my line sister. T. Smiggity out of Chicago.
Don't egg her on with the...
That's one of my besties. Hey, Twan Smith.
Hey, Twan.
We used to be engineering together, mechanical engineering.
Okay. So Ebony, how's your Friday? How's the day going? Because we got a lot to get into the show.
I can't believe it's Friday already.
I know.
Because I was with you last Friday, and it doesn't seem like it's been a week already.
And so we actually got a chance to go to a party together. That was fun.
I got to say hello to this person.
Sure, go ahead.
One of our favorites.
Hey.
Dr. Melva Tate.
What's up, Miss Tate? That's my sister. What's up, baby?
Oh.
Why she ain't in the building? She should be here.
Hey, Melva, come on over here. You're not far. Jump in the car. For real.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we'll text you the address. She's in the building. Oh, Lord. She's in the building.
She is. And I'm glad you guys tuned in. You're making me feel really good. Once again, Ebony's still your favorite girlfriend. Me and my boy Joe Lockett, we're going to be talking about everything that has gone down within the past 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah.
With Katt Williams getting a lot off of his chest, even mentioning one of our homeboys. And I think he gave a lot of time to that person.
Yeah.
Who you talked about? Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
I had Cedric on here and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes. But then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998. I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship.
Okay.
Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do as I stand before you, Shannon. Was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why would I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned.
So that was the one and only Katt Williams speaking.
Yes. He was on the Shay Shay Room, which is Shannon Sharp's show.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have said it, even to me. It's like Shannon said, hey, Katt, how you doing? And then for the next 2.5 hours, he went on and on and on. Now, on that particular clip, he was talking about Sid the Entertainer stealing a joke from him from the late 90s. I think it was like 1998.
Right.
How do you feel, Joe Lockett?
Where do you want to start with this interview? You know what I mean? Because there's so much in this interview that people are making it, you know, it's trending, it's viral on the internet.
Oh, it's everywhere. Well, I'll tell you the way that I feel about it.
Sure, go ahead.
When I always consider the source, you know, who the person that's saying it, and I also consider what is the end game.
Okay.
With Katt Williams doing this, there has to be an end game. Is it, you know, him, wink, wink, we know he has stuff coming out. Is it that? Because he went for the heavy hitters. It's a lot of other people that he could have gone with. And I mean, he held nothing back. Now, I don't know if that clip said the entertainer a walrus.
No, I didn't.
In high school, I must admit, I was a popular dance girl. I think for a while, until about the 8th grade, I was a mean girl. We all know being mean right now is just not the thing to do, to be. Out of all people, Sid the Entertainer is not known for being a mean comedian. He you kind of want to be his friend, but to say he looked like a walrus and to say he wanted to punch him in his stomach, he was looking for a reaction.
Right.
Is it okay to be funny and mean?
And he went in the interview when he was talking, he was saying that his job as a comedian and to be respectful. So he kind of double talked himself while he was doing the interview. But I have some comments, but it's probably gonna be different than what people think. But when I listened to the interview in its entirety, it's information. Mm-hmm. It's definitely trending. I'm going to be with you on this one, Ebony. Hey, Penny. Hey, Erica. How you doing? Shark Tams. How y'all doing? KTV. See you guys locking in. We appreciate y'all there on TikTok. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the share button, subscribe to us. If you're on Ebony's platform, hit the stars, hit the share button, hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all lock it in. You want to know it. You know, it's still in lock with that. You know, Ebony and Ivory. You know, well, she's Ebony, and I call them.
You're definitely not Ivory. You chocolate. Here's what I want to say though. Let's keep it. Call it what it is. Said allegedly, Ebony still talking. He did steal the joke. Okay, he did take the joke. This is 1998.
You heard the original joke
when it happened. Yeah, the joke is because you can take things and change them and evolve them, but let's keep it real. A lot of people do a lot of Red Fox's old jokes.
Okay.
Mabley, her jokes. A lot of people reinvent those things, but they put their own twist in it. There's been situations where I've thought that I was done wrong. And if it was pre-2000, I have been done wrong in those times. But how long is too long before you kind of let that go?
Right.
You know, if he stole and said Cedric's comments and his response, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have it right in front of me. Y'all forgive me. But he said something to the effect of, you know, come on over here with us.
Right.
Come on up into 2024. You're still holding on to old stuff. Now, Katt's thing is, man, we talked about it, Cedric. You apologized. I gave you a pass. It was cool. But then when Shannon Sharp asked you about it, you acted again like, no. Still no joke.
Right.
But, so let's hear the facts. He did steal the joke. Katt Williams is now talking about it 25 plus years later. Is it still valid or should you let it go? I don't have my readers on, but I see you, Mark Raby. Hey, and T. Smith. Tell me, guys, what you think.
Well, I have the Sandra on Facebook said Katt's reminiscence of many other comedians who hid their pain behind laughter, revealing the depth of depression until they were found deceased. We need to normalize seeking therapeutic. I guess basically what she's saying is, you know, a lot of comedians, and this has been true, they use the stage to express what's going on inside them because it's therapy for them.
Right.
So go ahead.
No, I think that's a valid point. And let me move over to what Kevin. Do you have Kevin Hart?
I want to pull that one up because I didn't want to make the whole show about pulling the different clips, but I don't have that one.
If you can, Kevin Hart. Okay, Kevin Hart. I will just tell you, Kevin Hart talks about the fact that he just said outright, out front, you know, Katt Williams, the reason that he got passed over a lot, he was that guy. He was before he had the chance. He was leading the pack of everything, but because of his own. What was going on with him that kind of stopped that. And when he was asked right out, what are you talking about? He said, the drugs. So when you do a movie, if you guys didn't know this, when you sign on like to do a movie or a project and you sign on that dotted line and you're getting $2 million, well, it's not just for doing the movie. You got to help promote it. Afterwards, you got to show up for interviews like this. You got to go on the Today Show, that sort of thing. And what he was alluding to is that Katt Williams did not do that kind of thing.
Right.
He also said that he gives a helping hand and lifts people up, as do other comedians, and Katt Williams hasn't done that. And he was saying that you don't hear, you know, other Seinfeld and other comedians like that downing their peers and their colleagues. Right. So what is that all about? But what I wanted to go to is the fact that he said it was drugs, and that kept him from a lot of stuff. If you guys weren't on with you last week, I spoke about the fact and was open that I've been addicted to alcohol for several years. I've worked on it really hard for the past 2 years, and going into 2024, I vowed to totally be sober, which I've done, and it's gone great. But I can sit here and tell you that I know for a fact, not in all cases, but there were some cases where opportunities may have passed me up, or things may not have turned out the way that I wanted them to, based on a day that I may have been off, and someone, as a rumor, may have said, "Hey, Ebony still doesn't work that good," or "Ebony still," right. And if I could always get to an 80-85%, and I'm getting over a hangover, but just imagine if I'm totally free in the mind, what I could do.
Right.
There were times I may have called in. I'm just being totally honest. But it was enough to keep my job. I never drank on the job. But my point is that Kevin Hart's point he was trying to make is don't be bitter, Katt, because you had a sickness and an illness, and that's what affected you not making it in Hollywood like some other people that were more focused.
Right. And I, when I watched this interview, Ebony, I was not entertained. I was not.
You weren't entertained.
I was not entertained because when I watched this interview, you and I've been in this business. I've been in this business 10 years. You've been in this business a little bit over 10 years. And when I watched what he was doing and the news he was telling, for it to trend on as big as it's trending, it says a lot. And people gonna get mad when I say this, but I don't care. It says a lot about us as a community.
That's true. There's people that say I have a new love for Katt Williams now,
but I don't. I don't have a new love for him because what he said on the Shannon Sharp show, he could have said to Sid, he could have said to Kevin personally. We are the only community that I know that will get on these platforms and denigrate each other to get ratings and likes. Because that's all it was. I mean, his truth could be his truth. I didn't need to know that. We didn't need to know that. I know Shannon asked the question.
I like this comment. I'm sorry. No, Tiffany has a comment. I want to make sure her comment stays. Go ahead, though.
Okay. But what I guess my point is, I was very disappointed in watching the interview or what was being said, especially with so much of it being so much old news, right? And I think truly at the end of the day, we as Black people, I know I have white listeners and Asian listeners for white listeners, but I'm talking to the Black community right now. We have to be very careful that how we denigrate our people that's already at the top, that's doing very good and are helping a lot of people. Yes, there's a lot of shenanigans in the game, Evan. You know this, I know this, right? But at the end of the day, if we tear down us, who in the hell gonna prop us up?
Yeah.
Who? I mean, when I looked at what he was saying and the thing, a 20-year-old joke. He's going after Steve Harvey about something they talked about 10, 15 years ago. Okay, he's going after Ricky. He's going after he's called Faison illiterate. That was
called Fat Faison.
And I'm gonna tell you, it was not funny to me, and it was not necessary to do. If you're gonna do an interview about you. Like you said, he is funny. I'm not gonna say it. Katt Williams is one of the funniest cats out there. I'm gonna give him that. But I'm gonna say this, bro, to get people for you to trend on you. Don't trend off of old news off the other people.
Yeah. And the young lady, Tiffany, come back with that comment. It was so good. Hey, Tiffany Nicole, I see you. You were the first person to ever put eyelashes on me. How you doing? I ain't never forgot that. What this other young lady was saying is that Katt did this for himself. That he needed to get some healing, and almost like when you go through the steps when you're, AA, the 12 steps. One of the things is that you got to cleanse yourself. Step number 5 is actually going to people and apologizing to them for things that you may have done to hurt them. I don't think that was a cleanse in this point, because that, to me, that wasn't to heal or mend a relationship with someone. If you're trying, because there are some people that I have to have conversations with, because of things that I may have done while I was under the influence of alcohol. I know that for a fact. And it hurts so bad because some of the things I can't remember. But I personally, this is Ebony talking, it was a personal moment, have to make that right. What he did to me was not to cleanse himself. If he's trying to be a better person, because it didn't lift anybody. I don't even know if it lifted him up.
It didn't. He trending.
Well, he did. It did lift him up in a light, because some people are like, Katt's my hero because he was able to say things that people wouldn't say, and he had the nerve and the guts. Some people needed to be called out. I'll be quiet.
Okay, but we have to stop thinking that the internet and being on these platforms is the place to call out each other. I'm being honest. If I got a problem with you, Ebony, and we haven't talked about it, I know how to get in contact with you through somebody. My people know how to get in contact with you through somebody. If I got a problem with you man to man, see, me and Katt Williams don't know the cat love his talent. But he's a phenomenal talent, makes me laugh, but I did not laugh when I listened to what he was saying. Was it as a person entertaining? Yes. But me being in this business, I understand the other side of this. These people got families. These people got kids. These people have worked very hard. But however they got to wherever they got to, they're doing their things. There's three sides to every story. If you want to do that,
their side, somebody else's side.
No, it's their side, your side, and the truth.
And the truth, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just taking a deep breath because I saw you with your shirt open over there.
Oh, yeah, you know I gotta do my thing. But you know, when I'm talking about this with Katt Williams, if you really want to get at everybody and do this, definitely do an Oprah moment, okay? Do an Oprah moment. You know what I'm saying? Bring everybody to the table, have the conversation. But I'm just saying myself personally, Shannon Sharp platform, the pit, what you call it, any of these other platforms that's out there, the Breakfast Club, whatever. This to me is not the place to air something if I got a grievance with you and we're on that level together. Because all this does is bring animosity into us. Yes, people are gonna go see his shows. People don't want to go talk to him. Go ahead, Evan.
I was gonna say that I think this is where it gets tricky too. Guys, tell me if you kind of see this point.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to make a very valid point, but he was making jokes with it.
I saw that.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like if you are really trying to make a point and teach a lesson here, but you're saying someone looks like a walrus. He said something about Steve Harvey's hair too.
It was a unit.
It was said all of that.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, y'all may not go with me on this, but I'm gonna say this.
Hey, it's our show. Do you?
What he did and some of the jabs that he took, to me, and y'all may say, oh my God, I can't believe she compared him to this person. But think about how we were upset when Donald Trump made fun of the pronunciation of Kamala Harris's name. Or some of the times Donald Trump may poke fun at the way someone looks, or calling someone slow, or, having a disability. I'm going to say the word retarded. And when it was unnecessary, Donald Trump is saying something, but he has to call someone out of their name. Are we really listening to what you're saying and the message, or are we distracted by the comments that you're saying about people's appearance? Okay. Tiffany Nicole said, but he's a comedian. That's the point. That's what people are saying. That is the point. He's a comedian, but at the same time, he's trying to really teach a lesson too. But when you make fun of how people look, then are we really, if your school teacher was up there saying, now, little Johnny, 2 + 2 is 4, with your fat self and your mama with her 3 teeth missing on the side. Are you distracted by the lesson?
Right.
Was it the time? Was it the right platform? I guess what you use your platform is whatever you can use your platform for.
Right.
But I think the message got watered down.
I'm going to totally agree because, like I said, I know people thought we was going to get her here and agree with a lot of the stuff that he was saying. And Evan, you have your thoughts. We didn't even talk about this before the show. But like I said, when I watched, it wasn't comedy to me. It was a tearing down of the people that we like to watch and hear. It was getting behind the scenes and getting nasty and dirty about who they are and what they may have done or what he's alluded to. Again, Evan, let me just be honest. It's none of my business. It's not. It's Cedric stole his joke. That's none of my damn business.
No.
Cedric is still funny. I'm still going to watch the Kings of Comedy. Why are you telling me this? You telling me Faison cannot read? That is not funny to me. I'm just being honest. Why are we the only group of people in this country that when we see people look like us, I'm not saying Katt Williams is jealous. I don't think that at all. I think Katt Williams is mad. That's the first one.
And for the record, we don't like Trump, though. My friend Ryan King said that.
Somebody said we're doing hate speech. We're not doing hate speech.
No, everybody's going to have their opinion. We're asking for your opinion, too. Beverly Brunson, hey, after ATL.
Okay, so let's be careful because I don't want to do hate speech here. So y'all be, someone, I don't know. So y'all be careful. Do not do any hate speech on my thing because they will shut down my live and I don't want to get shut down.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. We're not doing that. Yeah.
This is what I see.
Right.
I see someone who's extremely, extremely talented that in their quiet space by themselves, Katt Williams might say,
right.
I lost out on a lot of opportunities. I wish I would have done this differently. I wish I would have done that differently. And bam, that's how he was really feeling. The thing about that is, and a lot of people, this is how Ebony feels too.
Okay.
Whatever's happened in life, it's supposed to be that way.
Right.
Me being on a certain show for a certain amount of years, getting fired, it was supposed to be that way. And later on, whether it's supposed to be for me to find my sobriety, talk about it now, the fact that I drank a little bit in the past and was able to scoot by, but sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to get back up. But there are people right now that I can call out that I know for a fact stopped me after the ink was on the dotted line for me to get the next job. People that may have talked about me, people that may have actually thrown my resume out of a pile because they were able to. But I'm not going to get on a platform or have a microphone like this and talk about them and out them or say things that may hurt them physically, emotionally. And think about how sad the entertainer's kids. I would feel a certain kind of way. Yeah, somebody say my daddy looked like a walrus. My daddy's really hot, by the way.
And you know, when I watched the interview, you know, you seen Ludacris, he got on there and he did a quick rap about it. And for these people to be responding, these men are not responding because of he said it. They're responding to protect their families. They're responding because their families are being bombarded because this has went viral. So their families, their wife and their kids, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if people know when you do stuff like this, how it affects people on the other side when you do this. You know what I mean? It's cool to get likes and clicks and get views and all those stuff.
When you say people on the other side,
when I'm saying people on the other side, like if I'm talking about Shannon Sharp, just say if I'm saying anything about Sid Entertainment, he has a wife, he has kids, he has mothers, right? What went on between him and I? Well, that's between him and I. But when I get on a national platform and I talk about Cedric to other people, well, everybody's watching that knows Cedric the Entertainer's family. So now they are actually questioning, you know, your family, your mama, your dad, they're being questioned and they look embarrassed because they've been blindsided by what someone has said. So now your family is actually asking questions and being, you know what I'm saying, chased by, you know, probably the paparazzi, the phones are ringing, people are texting them, are you okay? All because of what you said or something that happened years and years ago when you could have just got on the phone or left it alone. If you got a problem with somebody, my person, this is what I was taught when I grew up. If I got a problem with you, I need to talk to you. If I want to,
if you care.
But this, let me ask you this question. What do you think?
Because if it doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things, I'm not gonna have a talk with you.
And let me ask you this question. Don't you think that platform could have been used like, if I got a problem, say it, Steve, Kevin, Ricky, I need to talk to y'all.
Well, let me come back on the other side of this now.
Okay.
Because he's a grown man.
Right.
And he has a platform. And he can use his platform for whatever because we're almost being contradictory.
Yeah,
because if his platform is to make people laugh at any cost, no matter what, then he's using his platform for that. Now, this is me, if I were to get on and talk about somebody that may have cheated along the way, or somebody that may have done me wrong along the way, or I mean, the thing about Kevin Hart that he said about him getting to LA and you know hit it just like that. And there's people that have been in Hollywood 15, 20 years that haven't. Oh well, life really, like things that happen, there are blessings, but some things are a thing of luck. I can't be mad at the next person and try to make other people dislike them because of that.
Right.
But because this platform is a comedian, he might not really even, they can be pulling the wool over all of our eyes. They can all be buddy-buddy, just like we kind of gave the side eye to the slap with Will Smith with Chris Rock.
Right.
But, so, just know this. Me, if I was going to get on here and talk about somebody that they had done something to me, it's going to be a lesson learned out of it. That's the way I do things.
Right.
It's either going to be a lesson that I learned, it's either going to be a lesson that person told me they learned, or the listener. My job as a media person is for the listener to walk away either loving me, hating me, laughing, or crying. And as an entertainer, you're supposed to make people dig out emotion.
Right.
Everybody is emotional about what Katt Williams said, right?
Yeah.
So did he do his job? Right. You may not agree with it, but we were emotional when Chris Brown, had the fight with Rihanna. It brought out emotion. And you don't even necessarily have to agree.
But what emotion are we bringing out though?
Some people are laughing. They're watching it over and over again.
So we're laughing at someone's pain.
Yes.
Okay. And this is bad for me to say because I've been in this business and I've been on the other side of this when I did politics. I was the bad guy. So I sound really stupid right now, what I'm saying, right? In defending this, but I cringed when I saw what he was saying because, like I said, he struck after. Evan, you tell me, do you agree with this?
Okay. No, I don't.
I think he struck after our top tier people in the comedian business, and it was for nothing. I don't know what was to gain out of that.
Yeah, it was to gain exactly what he got.
Attention?
Yes. Yes, for whatever it is. If it's just look at me right now, or if it's, hey, I have a movie coming out, or hey, I have a podcast coming out next week. Even Kevin Hart, in his response on X now, which was Twitter, he said, I'm going to use this opportunity to actually talk about my new film that drops in 8 days. Boom. And he used that opportunity for that.
But I see someone saying decent is 11 million views. But it's 11 million views, and we have learned what?
We have learned that people at the end of the day love to see a train wreck.
Exactly.
You know a train about to hit, you got to keep looking for it. So we talk about all the goodness in our heart and humanity and this and that, but people do like a good laugh every now and then. And especially if it's direct and at someone else's expense.
And so, where do we see this elsewhere besides us?
We can't just say black people do this. I mean, people use other people at the expense of other people all the time to either get attention, to get. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
What you're saying is that we're already. I'm gonna try to use my words here. Not a troubled culture or society, but where we've come and where we're trying to go to. It's surprising that on that level you would see somebody attack somebody else like that. Yeah.
And I guess for me, that's what I see because it wasn't like somebody provoked him, did something to him at that moment, and he went on Club Shay Shay and said what he said and did what he did. He was asked to go do the interview because he don't do a lot of interviews, and he did this interview because I think last time I seen an interview, he did it with Wanda, and they had a little issue, and she was wrong on that, in my opinion.
She was not to me. I will tell you why. I don't. Now this is talking about Wanda Smith.
Yeah, on WB.
A lot of people are calling her Wanda Sykes. It's Wanda Smith. She's on B103 in Atlanta, Georgia. And when it was Frank and Wanda show,
right?
And when Katt Williams came on the show, it ended up with him and Wanda. This made national news. Wanda's husband actually ended up getting involved, which of course the husband has to defend his wife. But I'm going to tell you, me, and I may be the only person that feels like this. As a female in radio, we're already dispensable. We are dispensable.
Right.
Okay. In radio, 70% listenership is women, 30% men, because y'all listen to sports and talk radio. But yet, y'all's names are on the head of every show. We're the ones that have to read the news.
We're going to change that. We're going to change that.
All right. So my thing is that no matter what, if Wanda Smith was wrong, and you feel that, when Katt Williams came into that studio, Wanda is the first lady of that show. And the lead of the show should have either stopped it or protected her.
I agree with you there.
She could have been wrong.
I agree with you there.
And Frankie is one of my buddies. Y'all already know, but I call it like I see it. There's no way that right now, if me and you were in here, and I'm making me and you not agreeing on something, but a dude comes in here.
You already know what time it is.
Right.
Ask me, I'm gonna tell you what happened when we was on radio at 6 o'clock in the morning. Somebody came in.
I believe you. And they were, Ebony, You know, you look funny. Your cheeks fake. Whether it's true or not, it's your job to defend that person on your platform.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you on that.
I'm gonna say that.
Now, I agree with you on that point, but you know, I guess when I look at the when I looked at the interview in its entirety, it saddened me. You know, I know it's trending. I know a lot of people talking about it. We are talking about it, but what I would like to see, because like I said, he could have used that platform and said everybody's name and said at some point I need to talk to these cats because we're not.
But maybe his truth is that he does not.
Yeah,
if that was Katt Williams' truth, I respect the fact that that's his truth. What I will not respect is if he does this and then goes and tries to talk to them on the side, and then like, man, you know, just kid, huh? And that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that. That doesn't seem like his type of his character. But I guess Evan, when I see this and I talk about this, like I said, I'm talking with people today, and people would disagree with me all over the place because they were like, Joe, that's his truth, Joe, and I get it. But I've been on that other side where I've been attacked. You have too.
Absolutely, all the time,
unfairly. You know what I mean? And the person. This is what when I've been attacked by being in the media over 10 years. You don't know me, you don't know the story, and you're out there telling people certain things about me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you never reached out. And there are people in the business that didn't reach out and talk to me, but they felt comfortable talking about the situation to someone else.
But you know what, Joe?
What?
The quicker we realize that's how people are.
Yeah,
I really had to realize that if I have a friend that is 80% true to me, I'm doing a good job. Because people are human, people are fleshy, and a good secret, sometimes people just can't. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was drunk at this party, and I did do such and such. That person is my friend. Why would they say this about me? Why? It's juicy and it's funny,
right?
And sometimes people can't help themselves, and it's sad. But the reason right now, some of the people that most church-going people right now love Katt Williams because of him denigrating or talking bad about other people. They like fat people. Fat people think all jokes are funny until you talk about fat people.
Right.
Some of them,
right?
Okay, and I'm fat to myself, so don't take any offense to that. If anybody out there, but
I'm not going to hear today. But go ahead.
Yeah, so it's all the perspective. But let's go to him talk. Okay, we talked about what he said about stealing the joke.
Right.
Katt Williams, he just thinks that, you know what I think? I think it's a short man thing between the two of them because they haven't gotten along for. And one thing I won't agree with Katt Williams on is the fact that he says Tiffany Haddish. First of all, I don't like when dudes talk about women anyway, especially in this business. Doesn't deserve what she got. Almost like she cheated. Nobody knew who Katt Williams was until he was Money Mike. And guess what? He knocked it out of the park. Knocked it out of the park. And Tiffany Haddish was kind of a name that you really didn't hear until Girls, was a Girls Trip? That's the name of it, right? And she knocked it out of the park. When everyone has that same opportunity, and I'm on the Joe Lockett show today, hopefully I'm gonna knock it out the park.
Are you knocking out the park?
Right. And I was on a nationally syndicated show before and was told that I knocked it out the park. But unfortunately, it was unfair to me when I got fired and I didn't know why. It happens. You gotta pick up and put on your big girl panties if you wear them. Sometimes I don't. I'm just saying, and keep on moving. Put on your big boy drawers, boxers, whatever you got. It's unfair. Life is unfair. Ask the men that have been cheated on by their wives, and vice versa. It's unfair. Ask the person that gets promoted over you, and you know that you've been there longer than them, and you're smarter than them, and you be helping them at work. It's unfair. Life is not fair. People say mean things and almost like you prepare yourself for it because you know what's going to happen. And I don't mean to preach right now, but almost like
man.
when the Lord died for our sins, because he
Wow.
knew that we were crazy.
Preach.
We were gonna be off.
Tell 'em.
We were gonna be people that drank too much, cheat too much, spent too much money, gamble, all of those things. It's already done. So already just know that if you're doing anything halfway right, you're gonna be talked about, even by the people that love you the most.
Amen.
How many mothers, shut up, have you heard on movies say, I can't believe my child, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. You're right, but you still talk about them. Yeah, there are mothers and fathers. I got an auntie that you can't go, you gotta go in her house, you gotta clap your hand. Preach it, because she afraid you're gonna steal something. If you stop clapping, she gonna be like, why you stop clapping? Anyway, but just know, in life, a couple of things seriously. You're gonna get caught up and mad at the airport. It's gonna happen. You can't do nothing about it. The mechanic's gonna take you for your money when you go get your car fixed. You can't do nothing about it. And people are gonna gossip about you, period, good or bad, when even you're doing the very best you can. So if you're doing the best you can, imagine what you're doing or what people are saying when you're absolutely really at your worst.
You guys are locked into the Joe Lockett Show. It is 50 minutes after the hour. The one and only Ebony Steele is in the building. We're talking about the interview that went viral across social media.
Y'all thought my camera froze, didn't you? You thought it was buffering. Nah, just something.
No, she made an impact moment. It's called a moment. She took it, and it's wonderful. It's a great job.
Good. Let me find out. Oh, look, y'all, look. He's bouncing his chest muscles. All the dudes just locked.
That's all good.
What do you do? I think I can do one of mine.
You can do yours.
Am I moving my shoulder?
You move your shoulders, man. You get it. There you go. That's
the commercial break. We're looking for sponsors, as you can tell.
What kind of sponsors are we looking for? All right, guys, it is 50 minutes, 51 minutes up there. You guys like to see your favorite eating ride. The one and only Ebony Steele is doing the show with me today. We love her to death. You guys go ahead and make sure you follow her at Real Ebony Steele. If you want to follow her right now, she's live on Facebook at Real Everton. Real Ebony.
Yeah, on Facebook Live, right? Guys, y'all tell me what y'all are. Y'all are on Ebony Arrington Steele
on Facebook.
Ebony Arrington Steele. Nikila Robinson Huggins. Damn, Ebony, you so
Hey, how's it going, Wild Eye? How you doing? Melba, I see you. Shar, how you doing? Pearly, I see you out there. Tams, I see you. Sorry, guys, I haven't said hello to a lot of people here, but we've been doing the show here. I see you, Rachel. I see you, D, out there. Let's see. Also, I see KT. How you doing, baby? Love you. Thanks for locking into the Joe Lockett Show. Rachel, how you doing? Hey, y'all do me a favor real quick. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the show, follow the show, hit that like button. We're up to 3,000 likes. I need to get to 10,000. Let's go, y'all. Hit the like button. That's simple. That's free. Okay. If you guys want to subscribe to the show, hit the show. If you're on Ebony's show at Ebony Arrington Steele on her page, hit the stars button. Send us some stars. Show us some love. We're talking about the one and only the interview on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp, where Katt Williams was asked to come on, and he came on, and the things he had to say about
his colleagues, his fellow comedians.
Ebony, it went viral.
Of course it went viral immediately. I'm talking about within hours. But it goes to show, and you were upset and allegedly surprised by the fact that people actually enjoy.
I'm disappointed.
But you're disappointed. I was surprised at the route that he took, but there is an end game in there somewhere. And it came off as, my uncle said one time, if you're going to say something mean, just make sure it's funny.
She's on Bourbon Street, New Orleans. How you doing?
Oh, Bourbon Street, hey.
How you doing? What's up, Bourbon Street?
Now, do we have any clips of, you have enough clips?
I don't, but I can find some.
Okay. All right. Representative Birmingham, Alabama. He mentioned Ricky Smiley.
He did.
And he said that the role of Money Mike and the Santa Claus was switched. And Ricky actually had someone on his show earlier today, Gary Abdo, who I know that was Ricky's manager before. And he says that was, in that case, the truth and the fact of what happened. I don't know. I guess you guys can chime in and tell us what you guys think about that. Do you believe that Do you believe Katt Williams or do you believe Ricky Smiley? Ricky Smiley says he has no reason to lie.
I think the truth is in the middle.
Okay.
Because one thing I do know, I do understand, and you were closer to the scene than I am, but in Hollywood, people promise two people the same thing, right? And when they can want to go one direction, but they can go totally the opposite direction if they see something they think is better and don't tell you and put you in the. So I don't think Ricky will have a reason to go out there and lie on what he was told.
Right.
Because what he did say in his interview, he said Katt Williams was the better man for the job because he knocked it out the park. So I don't think he gave him praise. He took the really high road, but he did say, yeah, I was for this role, but when Katt Williams did, I understand where they went with Katt Williams because he knocked it out the park. Everybody knows Katt Williams knocked it out the park. Katt Williams is a damn good phenomenal actor and a great comedian.
Well, when Katt Williams went in for that role, he was new. Mm-hmm. Remember? Because Money Mike was his first major breakout role. I think he said it was his first movie role.
Yeah.
I'm looking at people here. Some people are saying Katt. Some people are saying they believe Ricky. Someone says, I think that they think they're both telling the truth. Trying to find a clip.
Yeah.
But then Katt said that over 200 people auditioned for the movie or for the role. I think the truth may be somewhere in the middle, just because you got two people with egos. No one wants to be called a liar. And y'all, let's keep the truth. This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This was before. I mean, this was over 20 years ago.
But Katt is just such a talented actor. That when he did that act, that's something that's born naturally. Like you for radio. You're born naturally too. You got the voice, you got
the face.
Definitely, you definitely got the face. But no. The reason why I hesitated because you got the face for TV, you got the voice for radio, but you get the face and the body for TV because I got a face for radio. Okay, but you got the face for.
This
TV.
Is when I'm supposed to tell you how handsome and how fine you are. Oh, Joe, you're so cute.
Wow.
A lot of people take your glasses off for a second and get in the camera. A lot of people don't know you, and you got the kind of hazel eyes that I like.
Wow.
They're not like that yellow hazel. They're like the notice he took them off. They're like glazed brown.
I took them off for you.
Yeah.
I took them off for you, but your audience can't see me.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, here, my friends. Y'all look at his eyes.
Look at my eyes right there.
Yeah, and you're a beautiful person too.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
But let's fact check some things. Okay. Katt Williams was not telling the truth the entire time because he said the entertainer only didn't have anything on Netflix, and he does have a Netflix special. He talked about Tubi as well. So sometimes you got to fact check things because sometimes if a story is 80% true, is it true? And then sometimes people be telling stories based on a true story. So that's how that goes too.
Okay, so we have him talking about Money Mike the Pimp.
Okay.
I want to see that clip. We do have him talking about let's see here.
Oh. All right. Hey, family. Candace Prince says Ice Cube said that they wanted Ricky in the movie, so they made him Santa so that he wouldn't get out of the movie. So that could be true.
Okay, so I don't know if you want to talk about that. They have him here. I'm on Club Shay Shays. It says Ricky Smiley blesses Ricky Smiley. Is that what you want to hear? Or they have Katt Williams exposes Steve Harvey. Then they have Katt Williams talks about Search Entertainment, which we just listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Then he talks about his childhood. Then so we also can listen to Katt Williams talk about when he was homeless because he did talk about some other things besides other people.
How long is the Steve Harvey?
Pretty long, but we can stop it when we want to.
Okay, we're gonna listen to Steve Harvey for a second. Then we're gonna comment on that, guys. Y'all hang tight. Don't go nowhere. Okay, listen.
That's it.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And that's another reason why I say in that little clip there was probably 7 or 8 declarations or statements made, and maybe 5 or 6 of those we can fact check as being true. But he was being funny when he said Steve Harvey wore a wig, and it's just like sometimes you want to be famous anymore. I have to take all of that criticism. Now he also said that or alluded to that Steve Harvey he said Steve Harvey never lived on the streets. Steve Harvey never lived in a car. He stole his story, his life story.
Now, I don't know if this clip here is about it, but he does have one, because like I said, I'm on Club Shay Shay's site here. And it talks about when he's...
Just play it real quick.
Let me see.
Okay.
Usually I have a producer here that does this stuff.
You're doing pretty good. You're doing okay, Pumpkin.
But here's a good part about it. When you're able to do your own show.
Ooh, your bills be texting you now.
Okay, so let's see here. We're talking about Steve Harvey. And okay, so on this clip here, he's talking about homeless. So it may be in this clip here.
Go ahead.
So
let's see. Well, and see, Katt Williams tried to make the point that who's going to pick me because I'm 5'5". How can I be a Santa Claus? But Ricky Smiley's skinny. You might say, how could you have been a Santa Claus?
Right.
All things being fair and equal. But let me tell you what I found in that clip and what I think. And I can relate to this. Once again, I'm Ebony Steele, or Ebony Arrington Steele, and I revealed last week that, the past few years that I've had trouble or an addiction to alcohol. And I've been in 2 situations where I've gone to rehab before, okay? And what's interesting in both of those situations, I'm getting back to what we're talking about here, is the fact that I would find, even when we would tell stories when I was, getting correction for myself at rehab, that someone may say, I remember the day that, I had really gotten high and I forgot to pick up my daughter from school. Then someone else would say, I remember the day, oh God, that I was actually picking my daughter up from school and I hit a line and and I actually fell asleep, and the security at the school had to knock on the window and wake me up. And then the next person would say, and where I'm going with this is with the homeless thing, a lot of times when people are going through or telling about their trauma, they try to one up each other to they win if they have the most trauma. Does that make sense? Or this is what happened to me. I lost my job. I slept on the bed. Let me not say nothing because I just lost my job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel that when they were talking about, when people talk about their struggle and what they went through, and this is a whole nother, I don't know if you saw, this was a few weeks back, T.I. Opened one of the games. Y'all remind me if you know what I'm talking about. But him and his son, King, they got into an argument and it went viral because T.I. and Tiny were trying to say, you ain't grow up. You ain't grow up in the hood like we did. Yes, I did. Such and such and such. It's like this badge of honor that people feel like they should get or have if their struggle or if how they got to where they got took them more. Does that make sense, Franklin?
Yeah, it does.
Your phone doing something. It says it's got a
what's that? Age restriction.
Age restriction. Somebody young? Don't.
All right. So if you guys on my feed, somebody saying that I got age restriction. So make sure you guys are of age being on my site here, y'all. So
Yeah, like they 15, they're gonna be like, ooh, let me hang up now. You gonna hang up. So we are talking.
And we just gotta be careful because just make sure we.
Oh, you saw my side profile. Look at my stomach. Don't do that.
They just saw you now, baby. They just saw you
I
now.
was like, I'm about 4.5 months pregnant. If I got pregnant and had a baby, that baby gonna come out driving. That baby gonna be so old. Anyway, Ebony Steele, I'm here with my boy Joe Lockett. We've been talking about Katt Williams and his interview on the Shay Shay Room, where he was talking about other comedians and just kind of letting it air out. The question I have, what was the end game? Is it to say, hey, I'm more real, not in a negative way? What do you guys really think? Like, type and let us know. What do you think the end game is? Oh, we got the theme music.
I wouldn't even trying to do that. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Are we going to commercial? We coming back?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
Are you trying to cut? Just hit the volume. I'm hitting you.
I'm trying.
Lock it in. Ebony Steele and Joe Lockett. What should be the name of the show if we get it together? Lock it in and Steele.
I have no idea.
The Steele Lockett. He definitely ruffled some feathers, Lisa Finley says. Monica Yarbrough. Oh,
let me tell you. Oh, wait a minute, Ebony. To what you saying about why you said they say right now your red looks good. Stop, you're beautiful. She looks great. Stop with the nonsense. You look beautiful.
Oh, talking about my stomach.
They just talking about you on TikTok over here. They love you.
Yay. I love them too.
These are the women that be looking at me. Are saying you're beautiful.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let's talk, because we don't have to talk about it. Let's talk about, what do you guys, I want the females, I want you guys to put this in the comments, and males, you do too. What do you think, because I was talking about my tummy.
Yeah.
What do you think is the sexiest part of a man's body? And what do you think is the sexiest part of a female's body? And the reason I asked that is because a guy told me before that he likes to see a woman with a little small pooch.
Okay.
He don't like it to be,
yeah,
just a little one, just a little one.
Okay.
What do y'all think?
Okay, so what's the sexiest part? So
what is the sexiest part?
So Evan's asking the question, what is the sexiest part on a woman?
As he makes his man titties jump. Man, yeah. You do work out. How old are you?
53.
Man, you look good for 53.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So women, she's asking what is the sexiest part on a woman's body? And fellas, what's the sexiest part on a woman's body? And women, what is the sexiest part on a man's body?
I can tell you what I think for a man.
Okay, what is it?
Two things. I like the that little V. Right
somebody said lips. Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, lips are good too.
Yeah.
I do like lips. I like that little V. You know, right there.
I got that.
You got it.
I got that.
I bet you won't show it to the people.
I won't, but I show it to you.
Tamika says chest on a man, and for some reason, I love a dude with big calves.
My calves are medium, so yeah, my calves are.
I like a guy with big calf muscles. I don't know if it's because when they play football and those pants are kind of short, you kind of see the calf muscles. I don't know what it is, but that little V right there, that little cut right there.
Yeah.
A dude here says he also likes a little gut.
Okay, over here they're saying they like man lips. Shar says she like arms.
Chest and lower back.
Chest and lower back.
Yeah.
For a woman, it used to, well, for me as a man, of course, the yams. That's first and foremost.
That's the booty cheek.
That's the booty cheeks, right? That's first and foremost. But here's what has changed since I've become over 50.
What is it?
It's the voice. What do I always tell you when we talk?
You say you like my voice.
That for whatever reason, when I'm listening, because I'm in media, it's the tone. Like Demi Moore, love her voice.
Oh, because it has that rasp.
Yeah, it's that voice. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see. You know what I mean? It just sounds so sexy. Yeah. Oh, baby, you're so fun. No.
Yeah, it's the deep. I like a man with a deep voice too.
Yeah,
that does a lot too.
And
another thing I like about a man is I like when a man has one. I like an obvious defect.
Somebody said sultry. Someone's Tam says smile. Okay.
I like either a crooked tooth or like a scar on the face or something.
Oh,
Something.
you're not the bad boy.
Something
The symbols of a bad boy.
perfect.
Yeah.
Also, like, so when he does something stupid, I can be like, oh, you ain't talking, scarred up, hijack, double stack, bob, tooth on the left, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to say something like that.
Okay.
Is that good? Thank you. I appreciate that. What?
Whoa.
Which eye am I supposed to look at? Because you know you got what? My
someone said height. Do you care about the height of a man?
I used to only like tall guys. Let me tell you, y'all are sleeping on the short guys.
Why?
Or regular. Well, first of all, what I like now is personality. Because you could be fine and you lost me in 3 minutes if you don't know, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
Like I met this fine dude about a week ago, and I said, "Hey, have you seen The Color Purple?" Oh, I saw the first one. Why would I be asking you if you saw the first one? And we're talking about, am I being too picky? No,
I think that's being too picky.
No.
He's letting you know he haven't seen the second one.
Okay, remember years ago when the movie Selma came out? Because I tried to see where a guy is in the mind. I said, "Have you seen the movie Selma?" And the dude said, "I know where it is, though."
But he didn't see the movie. But he at least admitted he's seen the
But I
first
wanted
one.
him to be aware enough to know that there was a movie out called that.
I think, but
anyway, I need you to be smart. Okay, I need you to know a little or something that needs us trying to reconnect, y'all. Okay, there it is. I need you to know more than I know, and I need you to have at least one girlfriend that was better than I was.
Wait a minute, now what? Hold on, wait a minute. Repeat that.
I want you to at least have a girlfriend that is better.
Better meaning what?
Not even in the looks, just in the type of chick that she was. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm your come up. I want you to be I want it to be to where you dated women of my caliber before. Not saying that I'm all that, but I do feel good about myself. I had to grow to that, y'all. It's a lot of growing in that. But think about it. If you don't want, would you be attracted to a chick that all of the dudes that she dated before you was busted? You're gonna be like, damn, is that what I look like? Am I like that too?
Okay, so you really want to have this conversation?
Well, it's like a job.
No.
Why don't you look at somebody's resume?
No.
See what kind of job and how they've done in the past. If they all couldn't keep a job for a long time, or the jobs was raggedy and weren't worth nothing.
But Ebony, that woman wouldn't attract me.
Okay, so we're saying the same thing.
That woman, if she has dated busted guys, 9 times out of 10, a woman who dated busted guys will not attract me.
Well, we're saying the same thing. I don't want a dude that has only dated busted chicks. But
you're not going to attract that.
But don't you want a chick that has dated at least one guy that is to your caliber, just in life?
Well, you want my truthful answer?
Yes.
I don't care about the guy she dated before because she never had nobody like me. God broke the mold when he made Joe Lockett.
Okay.
So I don't give a damn about the guy that she dated before. I'm not in competition with nobody. When I come to the table, is what I bring. You like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But you don't like it if I want you.
Okay, you don't. That's interesting because it sounded.
No, I don't. Anyone who ever met me, I never care about what your other man did.
I do care about the chicks that he dated.
I'm not in competition. If I like you, and I see where I can be an asset and you can be an asset to me, and we vibe, I could give a damn about what went on before me. I don't care because I'm not in competition with him.
I want to know. I want to know. I do want to know. I want to know before me. Let me tell you why. Because I need to know if you have a crazy ex,
right?
And if the women that you date end up looking a certain, if they all end up chubby and they didn't used to be, does that mean that you fattening us up? Does that mean I want to see? What? I want to see how many kids. Yeah, just in the past. What? I want to just see who you dated in the past. If I came and I wanted, and you got the Joe Lockett company.
Okay, it's Lockett in Media.
Lockett in Media, and I wanted a job with Lockett in Media. Yeah. What's the first thing you're gonna say?
That's for a job, though.
Same doggone thing. It is the same concept.
Really?
I need to know.
You need a resume of my women.
Okay, when I say the past,
you talking about resume? You talking about resume of my women?
I need to know your past too, nigga. I need to know if you bust bitches up against their head.
Well,
all of that. I need to know if you fought a chick in the past. I need to know yeah, if the chicks you dated was reckless. I need to know if because everything in your past, even though you are who you are now, it's a reflection of who you were at one point.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Okay, real talk. So since you're saying what you're saying, if I were to judge you by your past, would that be fair to you today?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Because everything that I am today is the culmination of my past.
But I'm saying something different, but I'm judging you to your past because of what I heard and what I saw. But I'm judging what I see now is different. But I'm judging you to your past, saying that you make this is who you were. This is what I see now is what I see. But this is who you were. So I'm judging you by your past, and I'm going to be with you now. But I'm saying maybe she's good enough who she says she is.
No, I want to know your past because I want to know your story. Man, this is my man, Joe Lockett. Yo, you see where he is today? Man,
Yeah.
Let me tell you, he was in the service at one time, man. And then after that, he came back and he was off for a minute. You know, he had to get a little help for 6 months. But the person that you see now, man, he went and talked to a therapist. He found God. He this and that. He fell off for a minute because for a year, you know, he started writing hot checks, but then he bounced. That's all a part of your story that makes me love you even more of who you are today, even though you may have had those setbacks and may not have made some of the same decisions I made along the way. You know, baby, why did you have an abortion? Don't you want to know if a chick had an abortion before? Because that will give you light into whether or not if she gets pregnant by you, what she would do. Oh, you might do this because in the past you did this. I need to know your I want to know your past, nigga.
I think here's the thing for me, and you know, to each his own. I think if I fall in love with the woman, eventually I would know her past, but I'm gonna judge her on her presence of what she is today, and getting to know her past as I get to know her. Yes, of course, I want to know, but I'm not gonna hold that as a torch for who she may be or where she's been. Because what I look at, if I come into your life, right? I'm going to be a beacon different than what other men or your family members or your friends brought to you. You see what I'm saying? So when I look at you now and I see that you going through your sobriety and you're doing these things, I'm going to hold you to that standard. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to work with you and support you in this standard because now we are going through this together. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So even if you tell me that, you know what I would tell you, baby, stop. I don't care. This is where we are right now. Let's go here. Let's move on from the past. That's just me. Let's move from the past. You can hold on to that, but I don't want to know it. Later on, once you secure and you're here, if you want to tell me your story, cool. But what I want to do right now, my best thing if I'm going to be your man is to support the woman that I see in front of me. I can give a damn about what you've been through because everybody can change. And I don't want anything to cloud my judgment about the woman that I'm falling in love with. That's just me.
That sounds great. I still want to know your past.
No, you can't. Like I said, this is me. When you're judging or you're holding somebody to the past and they're trying to get over it, that is a tough tale or a tough feat to follow because they're fighting not only the past, but now they're fighting you. Because anytime they do something wrong, it's not if they're gonna make mistakes, it's when they make mistakes.
Right.
And now they feel that you're holding them and thinking that they're finna slip or they were that person. So it's very tough for that person.
Yeah, I'm one of the, and my friends probably can attest to this. I'm one of the most, and that's why I have a problem with people that judge me a certain way with dealing with me.
I don't know if somebody knew you, but somebody named Raymond Jagger saying, "Hey, Ebony."
That's my cousin. Hey, Ramon. Hey, DJ. How y'all doing? I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I'm sorry, but your cousin was saying that to me.
Okay, you didn't know it was my cousin at first because you said somebody named Ramon.
It's like,
but that lets you know that I was anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, but no, I was just saying that I would basically say to you, I support you here. I don't care what went on in your past at this point because I think people can change. Now, once you show me, now I say this to you, Ebony. If you show me your Cyndi Lauper now, you show me your true colors. That's gonna be different because I'm judging you on now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
I saw what you did with that. The Cyndi Lauper made that song "True Colors."
Like that.
I like the way you did that.
Yeah. So when you show me your Cyndi Lauper, you know what I'm saying?
I want to be able to. like you said, you want to watch and figure out for yourself my past. No, I want you to tell me your past.
I want you to tell me.
We're talking about, just so you guys, if you're joining us, we're talking about, do you want to know someone's past if you start dating them? Joe says he doesn't want to know someone's past because he wants to just judge them on what he's met right now. I say I do because the knowledge to me is power. I'm going to turn the corner again, okay, a little bit. Let me give you an example. When you think about politicians, I don't want to vote for a politician just based on what they're saying today. I want to know their past. I want to know how they made decisions in the past. I want to know how they voted in the past, who are their counterparts, and I might can look at them today. But a Democrat, I want to know if you used to be a Republican before I vote for you. I want to know, black man, if you used to be a part of the Black Panther. I want to know if you used to be down with Trump. I want to know your past. I want to know who you dated. I want to know as much as you can tell me. But then there is a little curiosity. I think everybody should always pull back. They say you never give them anything. You want to leave a little mystery. But things that are going to be major life decisions that I may make with you, I need to know your past, buddy. Gary Rollins says not everything.
I think knowing your past, this is what I've learned in relationships and in life. When she's feeling me,
it's not vodka.
When she's feeling me, I'm feeling her. She tells me, the stuff when she feels comfortable telling me, right? Because when you get to talking and you're vibing with a person, she or he would tell you what they want you to know when they feel comfortable enough to tell you, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go out there and make it that you need to tell me this, especially if I know that you're going through something. Because, honestly, for me, I don't take on problems or projects. That's just not my style.
Yeah, because you said that if you found out a woman was sick before you married her, you're not going to marry her.
No, I'm not. No.
So even if you fell in love with me, and because I'm 16 years breast cancer survivor.
Right.
So if me and you were engaged and I came down with that diagnosis, you wouldn't marry me? You just didn't know a minute ago. Don't change it.
That's the question. Don't, stop that. Where are we? Are we in a relationship?
We're engaged.
We're engaged, and you find out what now?
We're engaged, and I find out that I've come down with breast cancer. My breast cancer's come back. Would you still marry me?
No, I would be there for you, but I wouldn't get married to you.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No, I wouldn't. I would help you and make sure you get through it because I want to know to make sure that you're going to be okay.
If you were engaged to me and you found out that I had breast cancer, you would not marry me still.
No, I would not marry you at that point. I would say, let's get through breast cancer and see what we are. Yeah.
You want to make sure I'm not. Wow.
I want to make sure you're not dying.
I got to respect the truth. Samuela Smith says, what?
I said what I said. No.
But I guess I got to.
But hold on. I'm single now. I'm single still, right?
You're engaged. You've given me a ring.
But I've given you a ring. But okay. But what I'm saying is, I got to look at do I really want to take on that task? And a woman when she's getting, if I'm engaged to her, and if I get cancer, does she really want to take on that task?
Yes.
No, but some women will, some women won't, right? And like I said, it just depends on, for me, if I'm really in love with you.
You're in love with me enough to be engaged to me.
I'm gonna say this.
It's your truth, so at least I know.
But what I'm saying,
I just know that if me and you ever got engaged, it really don't mean shit. Because if something comes in my life, you're not gonna be with me.
No, but
I'm glad it's before you said for better or for worse.
No, for better or worse, I'm there with you.
Because I do believe you should only marry somebody if you can vow to push them around in a wheelchair and wipe their boo.
Now, if I'm married to you, no question, I'm there. I'm not going there. For sure.
But then that means that if you're married to me, you resent it.
No. I've made a commitment. I don't resent it. No. When I one thing about me, when I lock in, I lock in.
Joe Lockett, lock it in.
Yes, pun intended. But I would truly have to think about if I am engaged to you and you have breast cancer and you look at me where I've been in my life now. I've been married twice. this woman that I'm about to marry is going to die. I really got to look at where we
You're
are.
not gonna necessarily die.
No, okay, but
I've had breast cancer before and I survived.
oh, okay, so
And really, and truly, the man that I was with at the time helped me a lot.
and this is the question I should have asked you, right? Is it terminal? That's what I should have asked you. That's what I should ask you.
That made you almost sound not smart.
No,
if it's a little cancer, I'll stay with you. But if it's the kind where you can die, I want Joe.
Okay, I'm just being honest here, though.
I want you to. I mean, ladies, we're staying here with.
Okay, but I'm telling you what people think. Okay, y'all can sit here and call me whatever, but I'm saying this is what. If I'm engaged to you, I've been married twice. You're going through breast cancer. Am I equipped at this point in time? Do I really want to go through this with this woman? But some people may, some people won't. I don't know. Like I said, it just depends on where I am with that woman. And truly, even though you ask for a woman's hands in marriage, things can change when circumstances change. That's why people get divorced. Right. Things change. So what I'm saying is, yeah, the proper answer would be, yes, of course, baby, I'm going to be there with you. But I'm not going to do that. I'm transparent here. I'm going to think twice. Like,
I've seen men that have been married to women before that have had to go through cancer or have to go through treatment, I should say. And when they lose their hair or things like that, they say that they become unattracted to them. And I guess each
you will want, but here's the thing, Evan, let's be honest. You will want me to stay through your pain, sickness, and health. I will want you to stay, right?
Yeah.
But this is what I do know. Human nature is real. You got the rest of your life to live, okay? You love me and I love you. But this is just me, and I tell my kids this, they will tell you this. If you talk to my kids right now, I tell my kids this all the time, right? If I am sick and I'm fatally ill, I don't want you wasting your life trying to be there for me. Live your life. Let me know, hey, Dad, I love you. Be there when you can.
Oh, yeah, we could never date.
But I'm just saying, no, but if I'm married to you, that's different. But if we're dating or engaged and I get sick, I will be the person to tell you, Ebony, I know that we were, we were to get married, but if this looks like it's not going to go in the right direction, if you don't want to hold on,
well,
I'm going to let you know that it's okay, and I won't hold it against you if you need to leave. Because what I'm going through, I need to go through this.
Okay,
but if you're not my wife, you don't need to go through that.
Well, the thing about it is maybe we look at marriage differently.
No, marriage, I'm there. Marriage, I'm 100% there.
I mean, engaged is the
engaged. I'm not married to you.
Oh, so you just don't really believe engaged. You don't change your. Okay, here's my thing. My grandmother told me, you don't marry. Think about it, y'all. You don't marry for now. You marry for later. You marry for someone that is going to love you enough that when and if you do get cancer, that when you lose your hair,
he'll be there or she'll be there. Yeah. Right. I agree.
You marry for like nobody. Ooh, girl. My grandmother also said, date somebody who treats you right and who love you no matter what. Because when they turn 65, they all look the same anyway. Don't nobody walk around talking about Morgan Freeman fine.
I understand.
But I'm glad for your truth and your honesty. But the reason we couldn't get married, because marriage is everybody can have fun and party and have a hot husband, a hot wife now. You're supposed to look good when you're young. That's easy. But at this stage in life, being 50 plus, sir,
I am.
There's a great chance that you may meet some females. You may get an illness and they may get ill.
Right. But I don't want you to have to clean up my mess. I don't want you to have to.
I want you to clean up mine if you're my husband.
You got to stop this, Ebony. And I love you, baby. But you keep saying husband. If I'm your husband, I'm there. 100%. Never leave your side. You got to worry about that. You said engaged or girlfriend and boyfriend. I'm not yet your husband. I still have a choice.
That makes you a sucky boyfriend.
I give a damn what it makes me, but I'm telling you the truth. If you're Mrs. Lockett, your husband ain't never going nowhere. If I haven't said I do yet, there's an opportunity, there's a chance. You can turn your head and look crazy if you want to, damn it. But I'm just saying, if we ain't married yet, I don't know it.
Okay, you're not gonna change your mind.
No, but I'm just saying, how many times did she really make me mad? Do I really love her? Like, I want to look at everything.
That's another question.
What, baby?
Because one of my girlfriends, and I think she might be on here. Girl, I love you so much. She just came back from Philly.
There is a distinction between girlfriend and wife. What are y'all talking about? There's a distinction. Really?
What you're saying is not really, because when you're engaged, you're like signing. That's like
I haven't signed anything.
hold on a second. When you're engaged, that's signing the paperwork for your first day at work, but you don't start for 2 or 3 weeks. You've committed to it. I'm gonna take
you
this.
still can walk away.
You can walk away from it. You can walk away from a marriage. Clearly, you've done it twice.
But there's a price to pay when you get married. There's no price to pay if you walk away in engagement.
We don't have to stick on this because me and you, because clearly you don't look at engaged. A lot of people.
I do, but I'm just saying I would think about it. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just being open and honest and real. I would definitely, at this stage in my life, think about it.
So dating you really don't mean nothing.
That's why I don't date.
Wow. Okay, a girlfriend of mine, she just came back from Philadelphia. She's been seeing a guy for the past year and a half.
Okay.
They got engaged.
Okay.
They're getting married in May. And they're not gonna do it until they get married. They both have had relationships and sexual relationships before. He's been married, has had a kid. She's, but she says this time she wants it to be special. She doesn't want sex to get in the way of anything. And I was like, girl, are you sure you can you do that? Now, if the way of the world is the way it's supposed to be, none of us are supposed to be having premarital sex anyway. It's all wrong. That's why I have an issue with people that judge the LGBTQ and the rest of the letter community, because even us as heterosexual people having sex outside of marriage is wrong. It's the same kind of wrong. But do you feel like you gotta kind of know what's going on before you marry? Clearly, you probably want her to do everything.
What do you mean?
Before you get married, you got to make sure the sex good. You got to make sure her blood pressure ain't high. You got to make sure she ain't got a crooked toe. You got to make sure ain't nobody in her family ever had cancer. You got to make sure that she don't burn chicken.
I feel like I'm being judged here.
You're not being judged. I just have to get that out.
No, but that's okay, because I want to address something. I see Tam said, she went through this with her husband. I want to make sure everybody's clear. Said if I'm married.
We going
no.
Carla Wilson said
no. But somebody here saying, I see Tam said, this conversation is hard one for me. My ex-husband loved me no matter what. Wow, Joe. And I want to say this to Tam. I said, if I'm married to you, I'm there forever.
You said it 8 times, and none of the women agree with you.
Right.
So let's go. Yeah.
What? They don't agree with me?
No.
For saying if I'm married?
That doesn't make you feel good, because if I know that that's the way you stand, and that's your opinion, right?
If I'm married to you, I'm with you.
Now that I know that you feel that way, Joe, if me and you ever dated and we got married and my cancer was to come back, I'm going to feel bad, because I know deep in your heart you feeling like, damn, I should have married her.
But like I said,
now her cancer.
No, but see, I respect where the women are coming from, because they're here and it's tough to hear. Y'all are not listening to what I just said. What I said was, no, you didn't, because what y'all are listening to, y'all hearing what y'all want to hear on this. When I propose to you, and if cancer comes up, I said, I will be there with you till the end. I'm not going to get married right now. That is not important. The most important thing for you right now is for you to get healthy.
You didn't honor the engagement. That's what people are saying.
I understand the engagement, but that's not the point.
With you, Joe.
I don't need people to agree, but I need people to understand that right now the most important thing, because again,
that's the most important thing to you.
Right, exactly.
The most important thing to me is for me, because I've been through cancer.
Exactly.
It's for me to feel normal, like nothing's wrong, healthy, and for me to know that the man that's engaged to me is still going to marry me.
Exactly.
So you're not helping me.
I'm not. And again, I'm not helping you, but like I said, it depends on where I am with that woman. Now, there are some women that I've been with that I know that if I'm engaged to you, I'm going to be there with you. There are some women, if I got engaged to, I don't know.
You're really digging yourself a deeper hole.
I don't care about all that. You know me, I don't care about all that, but I'm speaking truth. Okay, y'all can get here and get caught in the feelings of what y'all say. I get it. Okay, my dad had cancer. Okay, I've been with people that didn't have cancer. My ex-wife went through cancer, so trust me, I know, and I was there. So I get what y'all are saying, but what I'm saying is, when you take on that responsibility as a man or a woman, you have to know what you're getting yourself into.
Xavier Brown is saying, let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with it, but I want people to understand there's two sides to a conversation. There's the great side, what you guys are saying, and I can say I'm going to be with you, Ebony. But there's the other side when people say you have to understand how many people have been in this and it didn't last. How many people have went through counseling with somebody or a tough situation and they wind up getting divorced because of the situation? So is that any different? I'm just saying, in the end, they wind up leaving. Is that any different?
Okay.
All right, let's keep moving.
Y'all say we be holding on to stuff.
No, because
no. Keep moving. Now we're talking about FIX. That's what the key is. Could you get married to somebody before you tested out the goods? My girlfriend says she is totally fine with it because she's tried it in so many different ways before. And if they had a big one, good stuff, whatever's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. So she knows that her feelings for this guy and his feelings for her won't be watered down because the sex or the hammer hits so hard and it's so good. But could you marry someone before that?
Before having intercourse? No, I wouldn't want to. Not where I'm in my life, no.
Yeah, she might give you cancer.
No.
I
don't think you can give me cancer.
I just don't know.
Wow. I am gonna be hammered with this for the long. I can wait after this show and see what's gonna be happening. But anyway, no, I wouldn't want to marry someone that I don't know where we are on the like that. No.
On the sex level?
Yeah, I would definitely want to engage. Because I'm not that guy to say, I don't believe in, no intercourse before marriage. So I'm having intercourse. I do things now. So definitely I want to be with the woman and see where we are on that level for sure.
I was talking earlier, actually it was on her podcast, Dr. Tiffany, if you guys know her, out of Atlanta. I think she's on Married to Medicine, she's affiliated with. She said this before, and I've heard this, where it's been said that women, really, if we get out of our heads, that we're only about 4 inches deep, and a man that's about 2 inches should be able to hit the G spot and make things happen.
I don't know about that, but I'm gonna say I'll have to take care of that.
Well, I'm even going to come with 2 inches to bring something else to the party. You know what I'm saying? Just be prepared to rock and roll. Have on an outfit or some bangles on your ankles or something.
Your cousin says, Ebony, I have a perfect man for you, an ex-Major League Baseball player with his own team.
He's an ex-Major League Baseball player with his own team.
He said with our team. I'm sorry, with our team.
Oh, nice.
So you had somebody first. You may want to reach out to your cousin.
Okay. Tell them.
Since you're not going to marry me.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're not going to marry me.
So if I was a virgin, yes. Oh, that's Kizzy Garfield. That's a very honest statement. If I was a virgin, yes, but if not, no. And somebody says she lying. Arthur Hicks says, who buys a car before a test drive?
I'm with him on that one.
So do we just forego the Bible? I know y'all probably like, is anybody really going there? But I am too. Is that just one thing? Because I really think that sex is the one thing that people kind of say, okay, out of all the commandments, right, all the things you're supposed to do, because that's the one thing that brings pastors down. I think sex and money, politicians, but I guess people just have to have it.
They don't have to. And you can change if you want to. If that's the lifestyle that you live. Can I do without it? Yes. If I choose to, yes.
Sex?
Yes.
When's the last time we had sex?
The same time you had sex. Let's keep moving. This is Joe Likey Show. It's 38 minutes after the hour. You guys are locked in. Next question.
We're talking about Katt Williams.
Go ahead.
What's the longest you've gone without?
We going back there again?
Yeah, we're talking about people love the people that people go.
But I already answered my question. Now, why are we going back there?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's your next question?
I have a question. I was going off of what
You knock your phone down. I do have another question about sex, and this is for.
oh, she's there. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm still here. All right, ladies. What because we started lying, or we either started lying or we stopped lying. Somebody said you got to test that thing out. Don't want it to be stuck with bad sex partner, and that's only if you had sex before. That's interesting because you always compare it to other people. What's bad sex to you?
Bad sex is when you're out of rhythm. Go ahead.
So the man sets the rhythm?
I think both people set the rhythm.
Okay.
I think both people. For me, if I'm doing all the motion and she's doing nothing, right? And just making noise, that's horrible to me. Right. So I need to know that you're into it and you're moving with me. I need to feel that we're in tune with one another. If you're not in tune with me and you just there making, you're just saying things, I just say, that ain't gonna do it.
What's that noise again? Have you ever had that before?
Not like that. I was being facetious when I said it that way. But when a woman is just making noise and just going, if you with a woman, you feel like she's just going through the motions and wanting you to hurry up and get finished, right? That's horrible to me. I really need
because I'm sure y'all can feel that. I would not want to be a dude. It is a lot of freaking pressure, man. I'm just thinking, ladies, think about it. If we really, first of all, we don't get checked for having small titties or small whatever.
Right.
Y'all gotta make that's a big point of contention when women think about sex. Then you gotta make sure your arms don't get shaky.
I don't worry about that.
Oh yeah, you in the gym every other minute. Okay. Yeah. Then you gotta like you call it, you're really the producer of a flick.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, stand up over here. Bend my arm.
But let me ask you this question.
Put your arch out your back. Okay.
But let me ask you a question. Do you like men that take control, or do you like to be in control?
Yes.
Which one? Yes, for
both.
Both?
Both. No.
How does that work?
When it comes to my dating life, anything with a man, for the most part, I like him to take the lead.
I have noticed that when I'm with you, you do, you kind of wait and sit back.
I do.
Yeah.
Because I have a tendency.
And if you don't, when you're with Ebony, any guy that ever been with Ebony, I've been with her for, a couple of times here. If you don't take the lead, she's going to push you into the lead.
Well, I like for the man to feel like a man. It's a very delicate balance because if I'm like when we go out to eat, we've been out to eat.
Right.
If we walk to the door, my normal thing is to grab the door and open it. I don't want to do it. I'm like, so I actually have to consciously chill. And then even coming from a dance background, if I'm dancing with a guy and I'm trying to two-step or anything, I'd be taking the lead. I have to stop and make myself chill out.
Well, I don't think you had to do that with me. Because I'm kind of
You just said you noticed I did.
No, when I noticed you did when we left the birthday party. And you grabbed my arm.
Shout out to Danny Carr.
Yeah, Danny Carr. You grabbed my arm, right?
Yeah.
Walking and you grabbed my arm because I probably wouldn't have. But you grabbed my arm, you're like, boy, come on here, right? And so, like I said, I noticed that in you. But, when it comes to when I was with you, I was always, I guess, more like your protector. I know you.
Okay, so you complimenting yourself. So, y'all, last week, me and Joe Lockett, after the show, we went to a friend of ours, Danny Carr. He had a birthday party. Shout out to Denim, Danny Carr, and the whole gang out there.
Denim on 7th, it's called?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Birmingham, we're in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Denim on 7th, great spot.
Yes, great spot.
So, whenever I'm with a guy, I think I talked about last week, if I'm on a date, like it's been said before, oh my gosh, Ebony was with her boyfriend somewhere. Well, they saw me with a guy, but I was holding his hand. He wasn't my boyfriend, but we were kind of out on a date. And that's just, I feel like that's the connection. When me and you were walking to the car,
right.
It was cold.
Right.
I didn't hold your hand.
No, you grabbed my arm.
I grabbed your arm,
yeah.
like my arm around, like
you
yours.
Did, yeah.
Like, but,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But it was kind of surprising because, we were not together. So when you did it, I was like, okay, I got you. You know what I mean? But it was different. But I like that about a woman that shows, a man gonna be a man, but as a man, when you're with a woman, you have to be very careful on what you are presenting, right?
A man has to be careful?
Yes, a man has to be careful on
what
you're presenting because if you don't want it to be misconstrued, right? You play misconstrued. You want it to be safe. You play safe, right? So like when we went out, I made sure you were good.
We went to the birthday party.
Right, we went to the birthday party.
We didn't go
right?
out.
We didn't go out. We went to the birthday party last week. I always made sure you were good, but I left space for someone else to walk in. You don't think so?
I mean, it was crowded in there. I didn't even pay attention to it like that.
But that's
because me and you. But what was so interesting is that because people have never seen us out together as friends.
It was crazy. Yeah.
What y'all doing?
Yeah. But
I'm in the company of a man. I like, even if we're friends, I like you to open the door.
I do that.
Pull out the chair.
I do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Walk you to your car.
Right. I'm gonna tell you something on your mouth, or I'm gonna do my. It ain't like I'm just sitting back like the city girls. I'm like, okay, nigga, but okay.
But you know, one thing that women don't realize when they with their man. When I was with you the whole time, where was my face always facing towards?
Never mind.
Wow.
The door.
I was always where I could grab you up and move you out the way or take you to
I felt very safe. I will say that.
Yeah.
But I will say this too. I think that the man and the female have distinct jobs. You did your job.
Yeah. I did.
I think that the man's job, no matter what, is to make a woman feel safe and secure. And a lot of people think that women are attracted to money. It's not really the money.
Okay.
We like power and protection. And a lot of times that comes with money, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the head cheerleader always is dating the quarterback because he's the guy with the most power on the football team. It ain't really about money.
Right.
It's that. So I try to just make a man in general feel like a man, like he should, like he. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but any man that beats with you, right? One thing I can say is that you're going to make him feel manly. You're going to make him feel you care. You're going to pay attention. Because one thing I do notice, fellas, if you're dating, if you like Ebony, you got to bring your A game. You'll be a great wingman.
But because I'm being honest, she makes you feel comfortable. When she's out there, she's doing her thing, right? She's Ebony. So when people see her, blah, blah, blah. But one thing I can say, when we went out to Danny Scar's party, again, shout out Danny Scar, she always came back to my side.
We came together.
No, but I understand that. But a lot of people don't do that.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of women don't.
They're trying to catch.
Even though they're trying to catch, but it just, a lot of what's sexy for a man, when a woman respects his space. Even though she don't have to. Like in that incident where we were, you could have went out there and hung out with your friends. I could have been there just standing there, right? Or just talking to people that I knew you knew, right?
Right.
We've been hanging out. But we made sure when we went in, people knew that we were there together. Now it was up to them to figure out what they wanted to think, right?
Right, but I like that you said that. But and let me tell you what the sexiest thing is to me. How much more time we got?
As much time as you want.
So what time is it? Just so I know.
5:47.
So we have 13 more minutes. If you have anything y'all want us to talk about, we got 13 more minutes left. You can put it in the chat or whatever too. What was I about to say? Dang.
It's a 50.
Who's 50?
Hey, you guys would like to get into the Do Like Show. 47 minutes after the hour. And we was talking about when you're going out on a day, how a woman makes a man feel, how a man makes a woman feel. Is she protected? Do he feel like she wants him there? And at the end of the day, when Ebony actually went out last week.
Oh, talk louder. Somebody says, do you have a mic? Because they can't hear you.
They can't hear me?
On
Really?
my side, because I'm right. Because my phone isn't connected through here.
Right. But they can't hear me?
Well,
wow.
And it's a dude. He called you Buddy. He's like, I like the way dudes kind of do Buddy got a mic?
All right, bro. Can you hear me now? Hey, you can go turn my mic up right there. The first dial is on.
But he's hearing you through my Instagram, so it's not hooked up through my phone. So he's not.
No, the speaker's right here. What he's hearing, that's the speaker.
Okay, so which one?
It's the first one right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Just turn this up like that?
Yeah, there you go. It's too loud.
Is that better, Arthur?
There you go. Turn it down just a tad.
Why are you trying to make yourself
No, but I'm saying it's up too loud. Bring it down.
Okay.
Bring it on down.
No, that's good right there.
All right. So can you hear me now, big dog? Yeah.
I love y'all. I love the way y'all interact with each other to keep it manly.
Right.
Like if y'all go to a movie theater to see a movie together.
Right.
Y'all put a seat between y'all.
Right.
What about if y'all go to a sports bar and you're sitting at the bar when you're watching the game? Is it okay to sit by each other then? If
there are no more seats, we will. If we can put a seat between us, we probably will.
At the bar?
Yeah.
It
just depends on if I know you or don't know you, right? If I can put a seat between a guy and I don't know him, I will. Because I don't know you. Now, if I get to know you and we get to talking, we can move in closer. But I'm not going to sit right next to you. Right.
What about if you smell another guy's cologne that really, because female girl that smells so good.
You'll never know.
You would never ask.
Hell no. No. Unless it's my brother or one of my friends. No. If it's somebody I know or my brother, my personal brother, only. But if it's some random dude that asks me, hell no. If a man came over watching me talking about, dude, what kind of cologne you? I'm gonna look at him all kind of crazy. No.
Okay, women, we also will compliment each other on our hair and be like, girl, who did your hair? Would you ask a guy who cuts his hair?
No, because I'm bald.
What about the beard? You got a whole little beard.
I shave my own beard, so no.
What if you move to
I would probably compliment a dude if I thought if his game, oh, bro, your game tight, bro, I like that. I'll say something like that.
Oh, like your beard game tight?
Yeah, I like your beard game tight, bro. Yeah. But only way I would compliment a dude if maybe a girl that I'm with is bragging on him, because I'm not looking at a dude's beard like that. But if I'm with a female and she says something right, and she really like it, I'm like, yeah, hey, bro, oh girl, think your beard tight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll say something like that. But I'm not just gonna walk up to a dude and say your beard game tight, or you got some tight jeans on, no, your shoes look good. Hell no.
So. Okay, what about what if you move to a new town and you're trying to find out where to buy clothes from, and the dude that you work with, his fits be tight?
If I'm working with him, yes. If it's something that I want to know for myself, yes. Just to compliment a dude, no. But if it's something I want to know, I see he got, hey bro, where you get those from? Where you cop those from?
But you can't do that with cologne.
I wouldn't want his.
Because you only want to smell like yourself.
I'm going to get the smell that I like. I don't give a damn what he smells like.
Okay.
That's just me. Like I said, I'm egotistical when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know if I'm going to come next week, and then Arthur Hicks wants to know. Oh, we're talking about marriage. Oh, here's another thing. Because we talked about dating, right? And then we talked about if you're engaged, and we talked about being married. So all of those things have progressed. You date first, you get engaged, you get married. But who's to say the progression doesn't stop there? What if one of the parties wants to swing?
Swing what? On a swinging set?
Good.
What are you talking about, swinging where?
Swinging with another couple.
I would advise strongly against swinging if you're in a relationship.
But if you're not in a relationship?
I've done it. So.
You swung?
I've been with swingers.
Were you swinging too, or were you on the slide?
No, I was the dude that was swinging with a married couple. I've done that before in my life. Yes.
You learn something new every day. Okay, so wait a minute.
See, look at that. Look at the big old smile. The show finna go a little bit longer.
Okay, so Joe, like what you're saying is that because usually it goes the other way. Threesomes are usually you hear about two women and one dude.
I've done that.
You've done that too.
Yes.
But you've been the third person in a married couple's bedroom.
Yes.
Were they white, black? What were they?
I've done both.
Is this something you do regularly?
This is a long
do you have a
time ago.
website?
No, this was a long time ago.
Facebook?
This was a long time ago. This was years ago. I don't engage in it anymore.
Man. And the reason I say man is because a man doesn't know what another man has. And that could just seem like intimidating to another. Okay, how did it come about? Tell me with the black couple. When you swung and you were the main attraction, when you was the stripper,
the main attraction.
When you was the man hoe with this couple, how did they ask you to come be in their bedroom and you be the man?
Well, when I first did it, I was just curious. So it was a website. I forgot what the website was called, but it was maybe like 10 years ago. But it was a website. And so what the couples do, you put your picture up, and people read your profile, and they're getting your inbox, and it goes from there. So it was like I met somebody. Now I have, when I lived in Florida, there were once or twice where a married couple came up to me and asked me, started talking to me, and that kind of conversation kind of came up in the bar.
Now you got to tell me how it comes up. Does the woman start it? Does the
man does.
So the dude.
What happens is, okay, so when you're in these situations,
We're talking about how swingers approach their subjects.
They will ask buy your drink. Come over here and drink with us, right?
Okay.
Which I didn't know at the time, but they ask you to come buy a drink. And so what happens is once they come in and buy a drink, you start talking with them if you're at the bar by yourself. The husband is actually sitting back to see how the wife interacts. Because I guess basically she didn't tell him, let's try him.
Got it.
So you are a target and you don't know it. And that because when it first kind of happened to me, I wasn't even thinking about nothing like that. That wasn't, I've never thought about. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. That ain't my thing. But when she hey, how's it going? So they invited me over for a drink, and I was drinking. We were just talking about, why you're here in Florida, how long you've been here, blah, 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 blah. He was kind of checking out, seeing how she vibed with me. And
then, okay, what was the question asked? What was the question?
It wasn't really questions. It was just like, so do you have a girlfriend, right? Do you come here often, right? And then I guess you asked him when the transition happened. Do you think my wife is attractive? That's where it went.
Okay, and you said yes.
And I said, bro, why are you asking me that? Right? That's the first thing I said, bro, why are you asking me? I said, because y'all invited me over here. Because I didn't know where it was going.
Okay, this is a black couple.
Yes, it was a black. Well, it was basically the same thing. Because when people asked me, the black couple actually came off the site. A white couple asked me.
Were the women hot? Were the wives hot?
Yes.
In both cases?
Yes, I wouldn't even engage it if it was.
So do y'all go and do it that night?
Or
you set an appointment?
What happened with that couple, right? When on the website you set it up. That night,
do you pay them or they pay you?
There's no pay involved. There was nothing. There was no money. No, there was no money involved at all. No, it was purely consensual. The married couple, they, depending on who they are, they may take you back to the house or they'll buy the room. Right? If you're coming in, you're not paying for anything. They're responsible.
Was it fun? What was it like? Joe Lockett, y'all, he's been the third party in a swinger situation with married couples.
10 years ago now. Make sure you understand this is 10, 15 years ago. So it was a long time ago. You said, was it fun?
Yeah.
It was, when I first did it, it was exciting because it was different.
Okay.
I can't say it was fun. It was strange because here you is with.
Was it hard to perform?
Yes. In the beginning, it definitely was hard to perform because you're with someone else's wife.
And they watching.
And they're watching you, right? I'm going to say for me, and I'm not going to go to graphic details, but here's my only issue. This is why I said I don't mess with that lifestyle anymore. Because some of those guys say that, that they're into their wife only.
But they really like guys.
It's a different, and so I was in one situation where, because on the site it says, touching, all this stuff. And mine specifically said, no touching from the husband.
No touching.
Period.
Right.
Period.
I tried to touch you.
Period. Let me say this again. Period. And I made that very clear. None. When you in the act, right? All of a sudden, someone is
rubbing your leg,
trying to, and you look over like, bruh. Then the next thing you know, somebody's trying to rub your back, right? I'm like, bruh, keep your hands on your wife. I left. After he touched me the second time, I'm out. Because I had to tell him, I'm like, bro, this ain't what this is about. Now, he was like, no, it ain't like that. I'm like, no, it's not going to be like that, right? Because that ain't my thing. I'm not signing up for that. And so, again, you have to be very careful in that lifestyle.
Because you know what? They could be posing as them not being married. And the chick is just helping the dude to hook up with another dude. Interesting stuff. What have we learned today?
Nothing.
We've learned absolutely a lot of stuff today. Shout out to Katt Williams and all of the comedians that he spoke about because we want all of them to be uplifted. Shout out to you.
Yeah, I was strapped up, bro. Everybody asked me, was I strapped up? I was strapped up, bro. And like I said, man, I'm transparent. I've tried a lot of things in my life. I've lived overseas. I've dated different women. You know what I mean? But now at this stage in my life, I'm happy just to be with one woman. I don't want to swing.
You said you don't want to date him for like 2 years.
I'm not getting married for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to get married for 2 years for sure. But right now I'm at a stage in my life where I just want to be with one person. When I decide to get married, I want to love her. I want to be with her. That's where I am right now. No, but seriously, because here's the thing: once you didn't itch, you didn't scratch all your itches. There's nothing out there. When I find this woman, I'm not going to be curious about anything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I want to experience now, I want to experience it with that woman that I fall in love with, right? Good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. So if I fall in love with that woman in a new experience right now, I only wanted to be with her. I'm not curious anymore about anything else out there. You see what I'm saying? So I have been there, done that, got the t-shirts, right? So me now going into this stage of life, like I said, I did that probably when I was in my 30s. Yeah, probably in my 30s when I was I was in my 30s when I tried that. Just find out what.
Just in general.
But I would tell people honestly, married couples don't. I would advise strongly: do not bring a third person into your marriage. Okay, don't try to satisfy, because women do this a lot. They try to satisfy their husbands, and they're really not into it.
Oh, and sometimes the husbands aren't fair.
Yeah,
because I have a friend. Well, this was kind of crazy because they swung both ways, kind of with the guy before. As a married couple, and they swung with the chick. He got to pick out the chick. She picked him. The bottom line is, when it was time for her to be with the chick, she said she smelled like Black and Miles. She wasn't cute.
Right.
She's like, so basically she ain't had no fun.
Right. And here's the thing with when you're doing it, and I don't want to get too graphic, but some women does it, says everything, because they're trying to please their man and they're not into it at all for real. You know what I'm saying? They do it just to please their man. And like I always tell women, would your man do something like that to please you for you to be with another man? No, and he would not. So that's why I tell women.
It's a different standard.
But no, if your man is not going to do that for you, you shouldn't be doing that for him. You should do that because you want to, is my point.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? Because that may not be your lifestyle. And if that's not your lifestyle and you're doing it to please your man, you're going against who you are. You see what I'm saying? You're degrading yourself for your man. I would tell women, don't do that. That's my personal opinion.
I love you, Joe Lockett.
I love you too, Ebony.
Brian King says he feels filthy in here.
But let's clean everybody up, y'all. It is 2024, and I think at the end of the day, Ebony, are we going to be doing this again soon? That's what people want to know.
It depends. What the people say. Y'all want us to do this again? Yeah, I think we'll do it again. I think we'll do it again. We've been doing it every Friday, but
we have. We'll see what the schedule is like. Hey guys, make sure if you guys want to follow Ebony Steele, follow her at the Real Ebony Steele on Instagram and on Facebook. Follow her at Ebony Everton Steele, and you can follow the Joe Lockett Show anywhere on social media at Joe Lockett Show. That's Lockett, and you spell Steele with Steele. And please don't spell Ebony with an I; it's spelled with a Y. All right, you guys know how we feel about it, right? Jitim, Temo, Ashtamas. Never did. What does all that mean? That means your boy Joe Lockett loves you. Ebony, how you feel everybody?
Oh, I love everybody as well. Hey, and if you're gonna pray, don't worry. And if you're gonna worry, don't pray.
All right, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great evening.